Good night, everyone, and welcome to tonight's GS Lifestyle presentation, particularly targeted for persons in Trinidad and Tobago and other countries that are facing certain restrictions on card usage and how the GS Lifestyle card can actually provide a solution to some of the issues that you are experiencing.
Introducing the most flexible crypto card in the world. 5 traditional currency accounts, including USD, GPB, EUR, CNY, and JPY. Currency exchange rates better than high street banks. Manage all your crypto and traditional currencies with one simple platform. Add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit and debit card, or crypto proceeds. Spend or withdraw your funds anywhere credit and debit cards are accepted. Exclusive plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards available. 24/7 global support in multi-languages. 24/7 professional concierge services. Up to 40% discounts on hotel and travel. Instant rewards from high street retailers. Fast delivery to over 100 countries. Order your GS Lifestyle card today.
Okay, so my name is Michael Aman. I am actually based in Trinidad and Tobago, and I am the founder of a community, I would call it, a Carrot Caribbean Gold Savings Club. But basically the focus was to help persons in the region to accumulate assets, right? Or to accumulate their wealth in physical and digital assets. And this product is one of those things that actually is going to be helping for people, even if they're not in the GS partners, as Marlon had indicated, whatever business you may be in, even if you're not in any of these businesses, you can be a general TNT citizen. There's some things that you would find in here that would be very useful for you. Of course, information provided in this webinar is for awareness of this product. It is offered by the Gold Standard partners, and any illustrations of earnings, because there is an opportunity to earn as well, though that is of course optional, but any illustrations of earnings potential are to be considered examples of what is possible if conditions are met, and it may not be typical for everyone, all right? Nothing in this presentation is to be considered as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just letting you know what options there are, of course, all right? So moving forward from there, we who live in the country, of course, we know we have some challenges that we face. We face many different challenges, but speaking specifically in terms of challenges in our pockets, one of the challenges we face, of course, is foreign exchange scarcity. There is a challenge to obtain foreign exchange, and I don't need to go into that. We all know the challenges, right? And yet we have a situation where businesses who do imports for their businesses, they have to pay import dues in USD. So that really adds up, right? We have challenges getting foreign exchange, and yet we have to pay import dues in foreign exchange. So, I mean, how does that add up? They already have to find scarce foreign exchange to import goods, and then when it reaches, they have to pay in US. And part of the reason for that is the shippers who bring goods down, if they get TT, they can't do anything with it for the same reason, okay? So how are they going to get paid in USD? Also, we have limitations on importing funds to local bank accounts. Some people may have businesses, family, friends abroad, or may have businesses abroad, and they're trying to bring stuff in. And if they're bringing it in the local bank accounts, if they hear the word crypto, if they hear the word Forex, if they heard there are certain things, of course, we all want to work and live in according to the laws of the country, but sometimes it's nothing to do with anything illegal, and yet we have challenges importing goods, importing funds into our own local bank accounts, right? We have limitations there, and we have limitations on sending funds abroad as well. Of course, that ties into the scarcity. When you try to send funds abroad, if we can do so, there's limits. We have some services such as Western Union and MoneyGram. And of course, every business would have their own structure. Even some people may even be able to use PayPal. But when you send $100, the recipient does not get $100. I've heard a situation where someone had to send $100 to someone and the recipient got about $62. The amount of fees that are taken out from some of these transactions is really something else. And also on top of that, I've heard of someone else that had to send $250 abroad to her father who had to undergo an operation. $250. And she had to produce proof that her father had to go and get an operation. She had to get a documentation to show the bills and the statement and all of that stuff for $250. Come on. Come on. Where does this thing stop? Okay. We have limits on locally issued credit and debit cards. If you get a debit card issued in Trinidad, by one of Trinidad and Tobago's banks, again, they're following, of course, whatever guidelines they have to follow, but in response to the foreign exchange scarcity. But there was a particular bank that gave a debit card, a US debit card or credit card, and they could only spend up to 500 US per month. And recently, over the past couple of months, that had been reduced to $200 per month. And it doesn't matter whether it's a personal card or if the person had a local business, $200 a month. Come on, that can't even buy some plane tickets. Interesting enough, all right? And that is what the challenges we face, okay? We have limits on those cards. And then even to get the cards, there's strict requirements for persons to obtain them. Of course, this is FIU and other things, of course, involved, of course, but still, you have to get 2 forms of ID. You have to get a bank, a utility bill, and you have to get two forms of ID, utility bill, bank's letter, bank letter, job letter, sorry, and salary slip, and so on. Now, if somebody does not have a driver's permit, if they don't have 2 forms of ID, I'm sorry, they can't get a card. If somebody does not have a bill in their name, they may be renting or so on, they don't have a utility in their name, sorry, it's difficult. Even if you have everything, there's no guarantee. And you have to have money, of course, before you could obtain a card. And trust me, one of the things that we love is entertainment. The average person now has a smart TV in their house. Smart TVs are going like droves. When you talk about Black Friday sales, people are walking out the stores with smart TVs, or they have smartphones and they're downloading Netflix and Disney Plus and so on. And yet, with all the smart TVs, people want to watch Netflix. They don't. Guess what? You need to have a credit card account to watch Netflix. So people will be bumming off of somebody else's Netflix account, trying to get an extra account to borrow from them, or to borrow somebody's credit card information, which is something that is not recommended, to put in their account so that they could watch Netflix. They don't have control of their own account, and that is really something else. And then, of course, we have an increase in the number of businesses that are using cryptocurrency to either start in the business or even to get paid in the business. It is done in crypto. And of course, if you get paid in crypto, you go to Massy stores and you go to fill up your trolley and you walk up to the counter. And when they check everything, they look at you and you say, hey, I have Bitcoin. And they will smile at you and say, well, that's nice. Can you hand over the cash, please? Just having the crypto is not going to help you to pay for goods and services in many business places. So what do you do? What do you do? And of course, if we have our TNT cards and we want to obtain cryptocurrencies to start in some of these businesses, you try to log into some of these places, the CEX.io, CoinMama, and a couple of these places, and they told you, sorry, you're from Trinidad and Tobago, you're not allowed to use your card to buy crypto. It is what it is. It is what it is. What happened there? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that is what it is. Now, and in terms of the use of cryptocurrencies, why are these sites blocking Trinidad and Tobago? Well, on the 30th of January, 2019, TNT actually sent out a warning. This is the triage, the Trinity, the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, the Financial Intelligence Unit, the FIU, and the TNT Securities Exchange, TTSC. It's a joint statement basically warning people against the use of cryptocurrencies. And the warning, when you look at it, it's not about cryptocurrencies. The warning is against Ponzi schemes. And Ponzi schemes were around even before crypto. So the issue is not really crypto. The issue is Ponzi schemes. It's important for anyone to do their due diligence because many people have been harmed by these fraudulent schemes. And we do agree with that. But a warning against the medium of exchange is not a ban. So, and yet many of our institutions behave as if the crypto is banned when it is not. All right. So this is just something to clarify for persons who may have a concern about, using crypto. There's no issue, but we have those limitations still. So what is the solution? What is the solution? Well, we want to present to you a solution in the GSLifestyle debit card.
Many people are excited about cryptocurrency, but the problem has always been how to buy, hold, and spend it until now. Introducing GSLifestyle, the new unique global card solution everyone has been waiting for. Available in 100 plus countries. 5 traditional currency accounts including US dollar, British pound, euro, Chinese yuan, and Japanese yen. 4 to 8% better currency exchange rates than high street banks. Manage all your crypto and traditional currencies within one simple platform. Personal individual crypto wallets. Add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit or debit card, or crypto transfer. Spend or withdraw your funds worldwide. Exclusive plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards available. 24/7 global support in multi-languages. 24/7 professional concierge services. Up to 30% discounts on hotels and travel. Instant rewards from high street retailers. Fast delivery by FedEx or DHL. It gets better. Recommend GSLifestyle to your friends and receive up to 18% commission when they purchase any card, commissions when they pay their monthly membership, and commissions with every card swipe. True residual income. A little extra income, a lot of extra income, or a life-changing business. You decide. Millions of people will become GSLifestyle account holders, so don't miss out. Get started today.
It is issued by the GS Partners Group. It is a product that the world needs. It has all of the functionalities of a debit card and so much more. It is not just a crypto card. It is a solution. You can buy, sell, spend, save, grow, trade, and even earn cryptocurrency using this all-in-one card. It has Forex services. It has crypto exchange services. If it has a fiat wallet, I would say fiat wallets, plural. You have crypto wallet, and for those who are able to travel, they can actually, when in a post-COVID era, you can actually use a system, something similar to Travelocity or Expedia, where you can actually book flights, book hotels, and so on for the future. And it comes with a 24/7 butler service as well. And if you know of other people who need it, if you can get an additional stream of income by helping others to use the same service as well. This is really a fantastic thing. That this card, this service, this membership is available in 169 countries. Trust me, I counted it myself. and I'm sure you would know someone in at least one other country. And of course, it is available in 23 Caribbean countries. This includes from the Bahamas all the way at the top, going up to Bermuda, coming all the way down to Trinidad and Tobago, and then heading across west all the way to Belize. And everywhere in between, you will find countries that accept the GSLifestyle debit card. It is a solution for the Caribbean, right? And what is the lifestyle card, Michael? Okay, I've heard a lot about the card. Tell me some of the details about the card. What's the cost? What's the membership? Is there any fee? And so on. So let me just kind of give you a highlight, right? You can access the GSLifestyle at a discount with a basic or premium brand advantage. What is that? I will go to that into the next slide. That when you get a GS Partners account, a GS Partners account allows you can register for free as a GS partner, right? And then you can access the services, of which the GSLifestyle card is one of them. But we also have a basic and a premium brand advantage member, which would allow you discounts on the GSLifestyle. So the prices that you see here for the one-time fee is the cost if you were a premium member, all right? So the starter, which is no card, it is really a virtual service. You can actually get a card number, You will get an expiration date, CVC code, and so on. This is for persons who just want to get, you can get up to 200 US on a spending limit. And you can use that for your Netflix and your Disney Plus and so on. And you can start, even if you don't have any crypto, you can actually register with the starter card, load with your existing credit or debit card, and then you can load up to 5,000 US on that account. And then you could purchase whatever card you want, and you can actually start to use the service. All right. We have a plastic card, which is 69 US. This is the discounted price for premium members. The actual price is 80 US or 79 US DT or worth in crypto, in Bitcoin or Ethereum. All right. And the monthly fee for that is $20, 20 US every month. Okay. Now, the neat thing with this and the other prices that you see is that this is a product which was sub-licensed or partnered with another company called Club Swan. You can do your due diligence, look for Club Swan, and you would see that to get the benefits that we will get in this card, Club Swan gives us the card at about $128 for the same benefits. And we would have to pay a monthly fee of 65 US dollars, which means that the fees that we get in GSLifestyle is heavily discounted. Okay, with the plastic card, we get an annual load limit of $500,000 US dollars. For the aluminum, steel, and gold plated, the monthly fee is 35 US. And again, in Club Swan, it is much higher than even $65. You can go check it out. But for the aluminum, the cost is $395. That's the discounted cost. And you get 750,000 US limit. Now, it may be a little bit mind-boggling when I first heard this. What, $500,000, 750,000? And I'm used to seeing a card with a limit of 500 or even 200 US a month. Come on, this is amazing. And steel, you get 1 million load limit annually. Gold plated, 2 million US, 2 million US credit limit. And the solid gold, it's unlimited, right? Solid gold, that is about 60 grams of solid gold, pure gold. The annual fee for that, the monthly fee for that is $500, and the first year is waived. Okay, but I asked someone told me they were interested in the solid gold card. And I said, what, you're interested in the solid gold card, 35,000 US? They said, yes. I said, it's not a bit expensive? They said, listen, I don't want any limitations in bringing down what I need. Most cards would give a limitation on what I can purchase in one transaction. So what percentage is 35,000 of unlimited? What percentage? It's very small, all right? When compared to the benefits that one can obtain from that, all right? So you're gonna get the actual prices in the next two slides on this, right? The key thing I wanted to let you know is that these are basically the value that you can pay one time. Most cards, most credit or debit cards, you would have to pay the cost of the card when it's time for renewal. You pay for the card again, and you pay for the card again, you pay for the card again. This is one time, and it is valid for 5 years. So when the card is expired, you get a renewal sent to you at no cost. You just probably have to pay the shipping, and that's it. All right. Which means, of course, for the time this card is valid, 5 years. Other cards that we know of is valid for 2 years, for 3 years. One existing card could probably expire 3 times, and we're still using this card. This is truly incredible, right? And then on top of that, we have access to the concierge services, the crypto wallets, the fiat wallets. We have up to 5 fiat wallets. We have US, we have Euro, we have British pound, we have Japanese yen, we have Chinese yuan. How many of you know a business that imports Japanese cars? What currency do you think the Japanese use? Yes, that's right, Japanese yen. What is the largest online provider or shopping or business provider of goods and services outside of Amazon? Make a wild guess. What is the largest online provider of products and services in bulk? There's a company known as Ali, finish it.
Alibaba.
Alibaba. Where are most of the suppliers in Alibaba located? Guess where? China.
China.
Chongqua Yen. Chongqua Yen actually is how they would pronounce it, right? and and the currency of China is, of course, the Chinese yen. So you have an account with Chinese yen, Chinese yuan, Japanese yen, euro, British pound, US dollar. You have flexibility. You know people who are in businesses who need that flexibility. And yet we have that solution. And that was not even listed on the challenges that we had before. You can convert from one currency to another at exchange rates even less than the general banks as well within your own account. So these are some of the products and services that are available, right? And of course, you get rewards when you have persons who use these services. You have a one-time setup. And when you help persons, when they set up, you get paid immediately in real time in your GS Partners account. You receive commissions in your GS Partners account in Ethereum or in Bitcoin. For the monthly membership, every time they pay their monthly membership, you get paid. It is credited on the 15th of every month because the membership payments and the swipe payments is recorded by the other company, right? And that is then credited, it is collated and then credited to our accounts on the 15th of every month. So you get paid when people use their card for online purchases, as well as over-the-counter point-of-sale purchases, as well as pay their monthly memberships. And you get a residual income. This is another stream of income just by doing things that we would normally do anyway, right? This is pretty cool. So I just wanted to give a clarification. I know that some persons on some of the calls had a question about, they saw this thing about basic or premier, and they thought it was related to the GSLifestyle, but it's not. The basic and premier brand advantages specifically for persons who have registered with GS Partners. And one of the benefits you get from being a member is a GSLifestyle discount. Okay, you have other things that you can get within the GS Partners program. And of course, today we're not talking about the GS Partners program, right? You get access to like a cryptocurrency course, the Blockchain Academy. You get access to the DeFi savings account and a couple other things. And you can find out more about that in GS or goldstandardwebinar.com if you're interested. But the key thing for us in the scope tonight is that you get discounts. If you take a membership package, you get 5% off of the GSLifestyle debit card. And if you take the Premier package in GS Partners, you get 10% off of the Premier. And that will be handy if you're taking one of the higher value cards. Then you can pay your Premier and still get a discount off of buying the card directly, all right? So that is something that you can take into consideration. But the GS Partners membership does not impact the services that you get from GS Partners. Everyone gets the same GSLifestyle benefits, right? So these are the benefits and the features, okay? So as you would see here, if the retail cost of the starter would be $10. It's the same for all. There's no real discount on that, right? Whether you basic or premier. For the basic membership package in GSLifestyle, it's $79 US. If you're not a GS Partners member, if you are, it will be $75. And if you take out the premier, it will be $69. All right. Monthly membership fee, there's no discount on the membership fee, but the membership will basically give you a discount on the cost of the card itself. If you want to take out the aluminum card, it's $435. But if you're a member, it will be $410, a basic member. Premium member, it was $395, all right? And stainless steel, $985 would be the standard cost. And the basic membership would be $940. Well, you get the drill, $895. You get almost $100 off if you're a premium member. For the gold plated, you get approximately 500 US off of the gold plated card if you're a premium member. If you're the solid gold, you get practically 3,500 less, right? If you're a premium member, If you know somebody who wants a solid gold, it may be beneficial for them to take out a premium membership in GS Partners and then purchase the solid gold for $35. Otherwise, they go straight, they would pay $38,500. All right. So that is just something for consideration there for the cost of the cards. Let's go through the benefits of each of them. Okay. All cards come with a US account from the starter going all the way to solid gold. Just that from aluminum and up, you would get the 4 other currencies added, as I explained before. For crypto, all accounts come with a Bitcoin account as well. But from basic and upwards, you have access to a couple others. You have access to Bitcoin Cash, to Litecoin. You can add Ethereum. Ethereum is not normally a part of the provider's service, but we have the option to add it for a small fee, to add Ethereum, and then you could have access to the other Ethereum-based cryptos as well, such as USDT and BAT and so on, right? We have, and that is accessible from the basic all the way to solid gold. For the card delivery, it is expedited. There are persons I know of who ordered a card on Tuesday and got it delivered by the Friday. It is that fast. It is that fast. We are used to placing an order for a card and waiting. When you're placing the order, they tell you 2 to 4 weeks, and we're getting it within a couple of days. This is really amazing and incredible. The account limit, as stated before, with the starter, it is $200. Right, you get access to 200. You can load up to $5,000 in the US account, but the card, the virtual card that you get, you have a limit of up to $200 on that. And many people would actually use this as an option if they don't have cryptocurrency to purchase the cards, because you would normally need to have crypto to purchase any of the other cards. But you can start with the starter, load 10 US dollars using the existing credit or debit card. Then you can load US dollars in there to purchase the crypto you want for in the value of the higher cards that you may be interested in, and you send it over to your GS Partners account, and boom, you can order your card. This is cool. You get the tools to do so. The account limit on the basic is $500,000, aluminum 750,000, stainless steel 1 million, gold plated 2 million, and solid gold unlimited, as I said before, right? Or the daily card limit is $15,000 for all cards, with the exception of solid gold, where you can load 100,000 US every day on that card. This card limits are actually from MasterCard, because it's really a MasterCard that we're getting, okay? With the ATM withdrawal, you can withdraw up to $1,500 a day from the ATM machines, right? Of course, in different countries, the limits will actually be on each withdrawal will be based on each bank's issuing bank's limits. Some banks may allow you to take out 2,000 TT a day. Some may take 2,500, and so on. Someone's talking there. Just a second. Let me see something here. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Right. So we can load maximum 1,500 US per day, based, of course, on the issuing banks, on the ATMs restrictions. Some of them would allow you to withdraw up to 3 times, so that means like 500 US 3 times. But anyway, this is what it is. You can in different countries, you can have access to more than that, but this is how much you can withdraw per day. Crypto exchange fees, if you're exchanging from US to fiat and so on, you may get, for the basic, it'll be 3%. For the aluminum and higher, it is 2%. So the higher the membership you have, the lower the crypto exchange fees would be. Fiat currency exchange fees. So if you're swiping for things, for goods in TT, and you're paying it from your card, there is a 3% fee, all right? Aside from the normal crypto exchange rate. So some people will say, okay, that'll be 6.8, multiply by 1.03 to find out what the actual rate is. But basically, it's a 3% fee. If you're basic, 2.5% if you're aluminum and higher. And if you have the solid gold, that would be 2%, okay? The crypto wallet to wallet transfer. If you're transferring from one crypto to another crypto, it will be 1% plus whatever the blockchain fees. The blockchain fees are not under the control of the company, right? That is, you would have a normal fee if you're using Bitcoin or Litecoin and so on. All right. The bank transfer fee. If you're transferring funds from your account, remember the card, the service is really a US account, and the card is one of the things that is added to the account, right? Another account. If you were to transfer from your US account or Euro account or Japanese or whatever, and you were to transfer it to another account anywhere in the world internationally, once you have the SWIFT code and the IBAN and all of that number, there is a transfer fee of 3%. If you're at basic aluminum, that transfer fee will be 2% if you're at stainless steel or gold plated. If you're solid gold, that transfer fee will be 1%. Bank transfer fees in. If you were to transfer $50, wire transfer $50 to your account, you're going to receive $50 because inbound bank transfers are free. Yes, when you get your US account, you actually get account information. You get your own IBAN and SWIFT code and all of that. And when persons wire transfer to your account or you wire transfer to your own account, there is no cost for depositing. There may be a cost from the financial institution you're using, but once it reaches your account, you get what you send. Internal fiat transfers member to member is free. You have a US account, and let's say if I had to send money to Marlon or to Sharon, I can send her $20. She's gonna receive $20. If I were to send Anika $2,000, she's gonna receive $2,000. There is no fee. And then Anika can send that to Marlon. Marlon can send that to someone else. There is no fee, no matter how much times it is circulated, right? The exception, of course, is the starter, and that in which case fiat transfer is 2%. Okay, so it pays, of course, to become basic or get a physical card. There's a concierge service. What is a concierge service, Mike? Well, aside from all of these services here, it is they actually act like a personal butler. Yes, you can ask them questions. Like I was able to ask them, when is my card coming? And they went and they found my my tracking number and they sent it to me. Boom. If I also repair computers for persons. I had to look for a battery, right, that I could not find on Amazon for a particular laptop. So I tell them, I'm looking for a battery for this. And they went and they searched and they actually brought back to me about 5 or 6 different sites that I can obtain a battery from. Okay, some persons they say, well, I can do that on Google too. I'm telling you, some things when you're looking for Google, you have to search. You have to look, and it takes time. The time that you're taking to do a search, you can actually do something else. So you have an assistant there basically to help you do certain things. If you want some persons are in medical situations and they're looking for a particular product online, or they need to get certain clothes, or if they want to get clothes, they want to get slippers, and they want to get products and so on, they basically tell them, listen, I want you to find all of these things for me. Instead of you going to all of these different sites, they will do it for you and then send it to you. It is a service. It is a service. And those who have the solid gold card will get a private butler. So one person will know all of your needs. They will know your shoe size if it comes to that. They know the prescription of your glasses. And so when it's time for your glasses to renew, they can actually go and organize to get it for you if you get glasses online. If you need to get a pair of shoes or other things, your clothes size, they can order the clothes that will suit your styles, right? It can come to that if needed be, right? And then, of course, we have the travel discounts I mentioned before, that persons can book their hotels just like Expedia or Travelocity, so I don't need to go to that too much. And what's the last card there? The gift rewards, which is really, really important. Last but not least, you can get cash back by getting gift vouchers. You know, when you're purchasing on Amazon, sometimes they say enter gift voucher here. Well, you can purchase gift vouchers for yourself or for someone else from $20 up to $2,000 if you wish. And if you had to be paying that every month, let's say you're buying things regularly in Amazon, for example, you can give yourself a gift. You can either go and spend the $2,000 and that's that, and then pay your $20 or whatever in your membership fees anyway, or you can take that $2,000 and purchase a voucher for yourself, which you can then use you can redeem in making those purchases. But when you by that 2,000, you get in a cash back, which you can apply towards your monthly fee. That way the card pays for itself. That is really, really a great tool to have, all right? So what are some of the highlights? As I covered, the card is valid for 5 years with free replacement. You have a US account and it can be loaded in 3 ways. You can load it via an existing credit or debit card. You can load it via wire transfer, or you can load the US account with cryptocurrency. There is 0 deposit fees in inbound bank transfers. There's free member-to-member transfers. You get 1 to 3% outbound bank transfer fees. You can transfer to anyone, even if they have a MasterCard or debit card that's not issued, or it doesn't matter which bank they're issued from. It doesn't have to be from GSLifestyle. You can transfer funds to anyone with a MasterCard or debit card. You can transfer to anyone who has a bank account once you know the SWIFT and bank transfer information, right? And you can also get crypto exchange fees for as low as 2%. You have credit limits up to unlimited, all right? And then of course, expedited free delivery. And you can pay the difference to upgrade at any time. If you get a basic card and you say, you know what, I want to get those multi-currency accounts. I want to get an aluminum card instead. You don't have like a 30-day period or a 90-day period or 3 months period in which to do it. You can do so at any time. When you pay the difference, you basically, your existing card would be suspended. The remaining funds will be transferred to your new card, and that will be shipped to you within a matter of days. Right? Just pay the difference. You don't have to pay the full amount. You can if you're interested in saying, no, that solid gold card looks interesting, you can gradually set targets to get up there, upgrade by upgrade to upgrade. It's up to you, however you want to do it, all right? And for persons who may say, listen, I see a way to get money from this. As stated before, whenever people make the purchases, you get commissions. But as the card is not issued by GS partners, it is, sorry, not a product of GS partners directly. We sell the product, but it is actually developed by another company. GS partners will have to pay a portion of whatever customers pay towards the cost price of the card. But we will get commissions on the commissionable value. That is the profits, right? So let's say the $79 card, the non-member price is $79. And the commissionable value of that is $27. And we will get 18% of that. You will actually see the breakdown of the percentage in this slide. We can get paid down to 9 levels of persons who use this card, right? If you're a basic member, $75, the commissions on that card will be $23, which will be approximately 30.66% of the cost of the card is what we get commissions on, right? And of course, there's a different breakdown for the different cards, for the commissions, for the price of the card, as well as the monthly subscriptions. But also on the bottom is very significant. 30 cents may seem small, but 30 cents is big. First to begin, 30 cents transaction fee. Come on, most people who use a debit card can tell you that when you use the cards for transaction, you would see transaction fees like $1. The card we had before was €1 for every transaction. 30 cents? Come on, that is incredible value. And we get a portion of those every 30 cent fee, we get a portion of that in commissions. And this is how big it can be. Let's get a theoretical example here. This is one of the examples I spoke about. Let's say you sponsor 20 persons, and each of those persons sponsor 3 people, and they sponsor 3 people, and they only do 1 transaction, right? For level 1, for that 1 transaction, right? 18% of that 30 cents, right? The revenue of 20 people doing 30 cents each, that'll be $6. 18% of $6 is $1.08. We get 18% commissions on our direct first line, our level 1. Oh, and by the way, if persons were to obtain the brand advantage, the basic advantage member package, or the premier package, that 18% will be applied to the full cost of the package, right? So we get 18% of the $9.99 or the $149, right? But for the cards, this is the commissions. Okay, we get 4% on our second level, 3% on our third, 2% on our fourth and fifth and sixth, 3% on seventh, 4% on eighth, and 6% on the ninth level. So let's say 131,000 persons at an average package of 30 cents each. They each do one transaction. The total revenue from that would be 39,000. 6% of that, 2,000. So in total, just for this simple example, 20% of each sponsor 3 persons and so on, we can get up to $3,000 commission from just one transaction. And according to Marlon Thorne, many persons do not do one transaction per day. I can tell you, just today alone, I had to use my card about 3 times. All right. So what is the average? What is the average? So the thing I want to present to you here is that the solution is here for those in TNT. We say we have a foreign exchange problem. We have access to up to 5 foreign exchange currencies. They say we have businesses have to pay import duties in US. Well, they can pay import duties in US dollars from the GSLifestyle card. They say that we have problems to to transfer funds into the country. Well, if you have funds abroad, they can be transferred to your GSLifestyle US account. They say we have problems sending limitations on sending on our credit cards, or limitations on sending funds, to anyone in the world. Well, we can send funds to any bank account or MasterCard holder based on the amount of funds that we have in our account. Our limitation is only on what we have, not on what they tell us we can send. All right. They say we have limitations of like $200 per month. Well, we have annual loading limits from $500,000 US up to unlimited. They say that you have to have 2 forms of ID and a lot of different hoops to get a credit card locally. Well, anyone over 18 with a passport can obtain a GSLifestyle account. They say that, well, if you get Netflix and so on, you have to find somebody who has a card. Well, you have access to your own card to fund your own Netflix account. They say that, you get businesses who you need to find crypto to either start in a business or to get paid. Well, you can use crypto to start up or pay out via the GSLifestyle account. You can obtain crypto in GSLifestyle, and when you get paid, you can transfer to your debit card. And then when you go to that same teller in Massey stores, you can say, here's my card, swipe it. And it was actually paid from crypto. And of course, they say you cannot use Trinidad and Tobago cards in many sites. Well, you can obtain crypto in the GSLifestyle account, or you can use the same GSLifestyle card on many sites to get other cryptos as well. In addition to all of that, we have an additional income stream. So this will basically cover the main presentation. The next question some persons may have is, okay, this is really great. This is something I want. How do I order the card? Well, it's very simple. First, you need to register for a GS Partners account from your sponsor's link. Talk to the person who invited you to this meeting and get their link, and you can register for a GS Partners account. The cost of registering for a GS Partners account is free. There's no cost to register. It's very simple. As I said, taking the membership is optional. That is up to the individual. Okay, the GS Partners KYC, we recommend that you do a KYC, because in order to order anything, you would need to have your KYC in GS Partners. And the GS Partners KYC is simple. You take a picture of your ID. This can be a driver's permit, passport, or normal ID card. A picture of the front, a picture of the back, and a selfie of yourself holding the ID. Now, the selfie of yourself holding the ID, it should be the ID with the picture side. Some persons try to do the selfie with the ID, and they show the back of the ID, which has no picture in it. The purpose of the selfie with the ID is to compare your face with the picture in your ID, right? So Once you do that and the picture is sharp and clear, it will go through. Some persons have gotten KYCs declined, and when you look at the picture they submit, it's blurry. You can't read anything. There's no information that you can confirm, that they can confirm the information that you typed in when you're registering, right? So it's important that you do that. So the third step is you order your desired lifestyle card. That's it. There's 2 steps to do this. If one has no crypto, because many of the cards that you see there, you'll have to pay crypto to start it. But if you have no crypto, you can order the starter first. Okay, you can load $10 from an existing credit or debit card. It could be yours. If you don't have a credit or debit card, ask your sponsor to help you out, right? Once they have more than $10 in their account, they can connect their card just to load that $10 for you. You can pay them in TT if you wish. And once you have that card, that starter card, you can then load up to $5,000 to the US account on that card. You can then use that to purchase crypto for the value that you need, and then you can actually move to step B. You can add the US amount that you need to the Bitcoin or Ethereum wallet in the GS Partners wallet, and then you could order the real card that you want. Okay? Now, after you order the card, you will have to fill out the registration info in the GS Partners account, which is basically your name, the address that you live, your telephone number, the date of birth, right? That's basically what that is. Once that's done, once that's done and submitted, you can then go ahead to select the GSLifestyle login from the GS Partners account, right? Now, that step basically is 2 main things. Sometimes some people may say 3. First, you will get to submit an email validation code. GSLifestyle will send an email to your address, and it will have a number on it, a 5-digit number. You enter that code, then another code will be sent, this time to your phone. It will be a 5-digit number again. You submit and enter the 5-digit validation code, and then the final step would just be to do the KYC in GSLifestyle this time, which is simply the passport pic. Oh, that's supposed to be a live VE. So you wouldn't be able to load up a picture of a previously saved passport pic. You have to have your passport on hand. The registration process will transfer over to your phone. You put the phone camera over your passport and take a nice sharp picture of the ID page on your passport, the card holder, sorry, the passport holder information page. And then once that is done, you turn the phone on yourself. You would see a little circle. You have to put your face on the circle, and it will confirm again biometric data to confirm your face with the face that's in your passport. And then that is it. Your card will be ordered. Once the KYC is approved, which can take just a couple of minutes. I saw it happen in about 15 minutes when I was helping someone. Then the card will be sent for processing, and then you'll get it within a couple of days. But let me be official, 2 to 4 weeks, even though we experience it in a couple of days, right? But while you're waiting on the card, you can actually access the account and you can start to do work with it. You can purchase crypto, you can load funds, you can send funds to anyone, and so on. Basically, that would be it. So that, in essence, would be the information about the card, the details on the card, coming down to how to order the card. And that is the presentation for this evening. At this time, for any questions or anything else, I would hand over to the moderator and chairperson for this evening, Mr. Marlon Thorne.
Thank you so much, Michael. What a fantastic, I was looking at the chat and folks are actually saying they love you, Michael. What an awesome presentation. Yeah, so just wanted to mention something. One of the things, there are some people that get it. They know exactly what they're going to do with the card. They see the benefits that are available with the card, and their creative minds are going. Some folks may be looking, well, I'm not sure, I may have to deal with that $20 or $35 a month. Or some folks may be saying, I don't really have US access to US to load the account and stuff like that. Here's a little hint. All right, remittance is one of the biggest businesses in the world. There are millions and millions of dollars that flow into Trinidad and Tobago every year from the United States, Canada, England, and around the world. Some of our friends and family, and we've experienced that ourselves, we've received money in Trinidad and Tobago, but we're really not getting a great deal because, you know, if I send money if I send $100 to Michael, they're not going to give Michael the same rate that if he was to go into the bank or go into Western Union to buy US that he'll get. So there's a big spread in between how much they sell it for and how much they actually give you when you're redeeming US. So in the case of Western Union, it's about 5.9 something because I've done a few transactions already with Western Union. Okay, so the person actually receives 5.9 TT dollars for every US dollar. With this facility, you can share with friends and family, people that you trust. If you're a business person, you can look into some avenues with that also, where if you know people that are receiving funds in Trinidad and Tobago, you can actually share with them that, hey, I have an account, you know, your party in the US or Canada, wherever, can deposit money into that account, and I'll actually give you something better than you'll get at Western Union. So if you give them 6.5 per se, instead of 5.9, you have now in essence paid $6.5 for $1 US. That sounds interesting, right? And you will actually be having a US account or having access to US dollars outside of the Trinidad system, and you have it on your GSLifestyle master/debit card. All right. So just wanted to put that out there. And if there, you know, what we're going to do now, we're going to open it up for questions.
All right,
Just before
yeah. Opening questions, I think there's a question that I see repeated, some in private and some in public chat. And I'm going to repeat what I said again, right? The questions are relating to loading the card. There are three ways to load the card. One can load it with cryptocurrency. One can load it from a wire transfer from any bank, including local banks. And also one can transfer from a local existing credit or debit card. And this is why I went through the process of explaining that if somebody doesn't have crypto, they can load the funds from that 10 US from their existing card as well. The persons who have bought their cards this way, they just went in, followed the instructions. And when I called them if they needed help, they already have the card waiting for delivery from FedEx because they connected their existing card and load it up. In the last session that we had, Kina Bartholomew, who was one of our guests as well, had explained he did not just load in from his existing credit or debit card. He actually sent a wire transfer from his account in GMMB, right? And people are asking which bank. Well, when you're dealing with wire transfer, all banks use the same wiring information. There's a protocol that they all use. So it is not really a problem of any particular sending bank. Once you can wire transfer, you can send funds to the card, all right? So I hope that helps clarify that question. Once you send funds to the card, it would appear in the US account. Right. One other question that I see in the chat is that the club, I mentioned that the issuer of the card is Club Swan. And people who may say that, oh, that $20 is expensive. I would ask the question, how much do people pay for Netflix and and Disney Plus per month, right? And that doesn't really give them any service, okay? The question is, what value do we have on one? What value do we have to have access to services like this? One, and then, not only that, two, what is the alternative? Okay, if we don't have any alternative, all right? So yeah, so that is my comments on the questions that I see in the chat so far. Okay. So yes, you can reach out to the persons with their hands up.
Yeah, and there's another question. Well, let's folks, I see you have questions in the chat. We're gonna give you an opportunity to ask individually, all right? So that we don't miss anyone. So if your hand is up, I'm gonna recognize you and ask you to unmute. So we're gonna start with Cassandra. I'm gonna ask you to unmute, and you can go ahead and ask your question. Okay, Cassandra, your hand was up. So if you have a question, just put your hand up, we'll see you, and we'll ask you to unmute. So Cassandra, could you unmute your phone? Or if you're on a computer? All right, if not, we may move on until you get that done. All right, we're asking you to unmute. Okay, so Kevin Paris, we're gonna ask you to unmute.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, Man and I wanted to find out where can you find your referral links, so you could get your team sorted out.
Okay, this is so once you set up your account, you registered at GS Partners, and then you gone over to GSLifestyle. In your GS Partners account on your dashboard, right? So you'll be logging into GS Partners. On your dashboard, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see the person who sponsored you, and then you will see your name and your information and your link. All right? So it's on your dashboard in GS Partners. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a GS Partners product that persons can only order it. It is exclusive to GS Partners. So if you're referring it to others, they must have a GS Partners account. Yeah. So that's where you find it.
All right. Did that answer your question? Is Kerwin, did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Okay,
I'll
great.
check it out. I'll check it out when I come off. Thanks.
All right, excellent. Okay, so Lola Brown, we're asking you to unmute and you can ask your question.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We are doing good. Is that a Trinidadian accent?
Excuse me?
Is that an accent from Trinidad, or where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, great. Nice to have you.
Yes. Well, I have friends who are in GS Partners. As a matter of fact, it took me a while to get the link. And when I did get the link, it was full, but I guess some people have left now. But could you possibly give me the link to come on to the Jamaican GS Partners presentation, because I enjoyed it last week when it was done, and I wanted to be able to tell my friends in Jamaica who are there to give, I want to be able to give them the link where they can come on to your GS Partners presentation.
Sure. All right. So I'm gonna put it in the chat. But it's pretty easy. It's www.newgoldrush2.com. But I'm gonna put it in the link in the chat for you. So you will have it, and that's what we're gonna use consistently.
Now, is there a password for it?
If you use the link, there's no password. If you try to go in with the meeting ID, it will ask you for a password.
Okay, and I don't mean to take up too much of your time, but are you going to have like a Let's Go weekend in Jamaica anytime?
Well, most of this team is based in Trinidad, but it's a Caribbean. We're one Caribbean, so we'll have it wherever it's most convenient. But some of us might be biased for Trinidad and Tobago. So.
Yeah, we also have Jamaicans in the house.
Yes.
Right. But but of course, most of this will be post-COVID, and even when that comes, whether you're registering to go to Jamaica, to the Bahamas, to Trinidad and Tobago, which travel service will you use to book your room? Tell me.
That's right.
Oh, I'm calling the concierge.
Awesome. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I've got my card, so I'm calling the concierge to do all of that for me, so I can get that 40% off. That's number one, and number two, I'm gonna set it up before I do all of that. So
exactly.
Definitely.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you so very much, and thank you for being so cordial to me.
You are more than welcome. Okay, so let me see. So that was Lola. Okay, so we have Gershwin. So Gershwin, you can unmute yourself. Okay, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Hi, Sai, good night. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, hi, Gershon Quinton from Trinidad, and thanks for all the information provided and so on. I just have one question that is not 100% clear to me. Okay, so I saw the different types of cards and so on. I think the first one was a virtual card, and then the next one was like a basic card. So can you just, if you could just go through that information again, how does one start up right now after they register and so on? How do they go about starting up with getting the basic card, basically?
Okay, the basic card is plastic and the others are for some form of metal, okay? Do you have cryptocurrency to start with? If one does not have a crypto, one does not have crypto, then they should start by ordering the starter card, right? When they order the starter card, they will get a prompt to load $10. They can load an existing credit or debit card. It doesn't have to be in your name. If you have an existing credit or debit card, you can basically put in your card number and expiration or whatever, and it will load $10. If you don't have a credit or debit card, you can talk to the person you registered with, a sponsor or your team leader, whoever, and they will be able to add their card just to load that $10 for you. You can pay them the difference in TT or whatever to help them out, right? Once you have that card loaded, that's the virtual card registered, you can then load an additional amount of funds in there, which can then make it possible for you to purchase the crypto value of the card you want. You can then, let's say it's the $79. I would say you purchase, because with crypto, there's always a deposit fee on the GS partner side. I think it's 0.0005 or something like that. But you purchase, let's say $85 or so in the GSLifestyle account. You purchase the crypto, you send that to GS Partners account, the $80, and then you can go ahead and order the basic card. And then the rest of the steps, as I had shown on the screen, we basically follow. In fact, the screenshot of that presentation, I can probably send it out so that and whoever invited you can have access to it. All right.
Okay. All right. And there is a possibility, if you're within certain groups that are on this call, they can help you even acquire cryptocurrency that you can load onto the card, onto your GS Partners account directly, right? And just go for whatever card that you want. So, you know, we try to make it as easy and less technical for folks as possible. All right. So, of course, get back to the person who invited you, and you know, we'll get all your questions answered. Yeah. So, Mr. Noel, Jack, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, good night, Marlon, and good night, Michael.
Hey, Noel.
Yeah, man, great presentation. You're such a high IQ, intelligent guy. No, honest, right? You're very
right.
Yeah, you have a very high IQ. It was a wonderful presentation. I'm totally impressed, and definitely getting involved. I just have one question. Is there in any way, do you think, any kind of concerns about our local banks giving trouble with this card, or maybe prohibiting its use or blocking us in any form, fashion? That's my question. Thank you.
All right. So the GSLifestyle product, the GSLifestyle card product, was actually launched worldwide on the 1st of February 2021. It was not yet approved for Trinidad and Tobago. The reason it was only just released on the 9th of April is because for the past 2.5 months, the company was working with the regulators in Trinidad and Tobago. They had to get it approved before they could launch it. They would not launch the card in any country unless it is approved. So yes, they did get the approvals first. And we've known of companies that jump in to do a product, and then it turns out that they're not approved, and the regulators will come and shut them down. This company does it the other way around. They work on getting the approvals first, and when they got the approvals, then we were able to make it open for Trinidad and Tobago. So yes, they are aware of the card. Yes, they did give the approval for it to be issued here. We wouldn't have it unless we got that approval.
Excellent. Okay. Cassandra, did you get a chance to ask your question? We were trying to unmute you, I believe. Okay, if not, we will move on because we still see your hand up, but we'll move on to Miss, is that Kimmy Love? You can unmute yourself.
I love that name.
Yes, a lovely name.
Hi, good night, night.
Good night.
I'm just confirming something I believe I heard. Immediately after ordering the card, is it correct that we could load the card immediately and even send funds before
Yes,
actually receiving it?
correct. You can load funds on the card before it is received. And of course, when you get the card and you activate it, it means funds are already there to use. So you don't have to wait until the card is physically here before you can start to use the account. Once you're registered and once your KYC is approved, you can start using all the functionality that is already there, that is digital. And when the card comes, of course, you get 100%. So that is absolutely right.
Okay. So, you know, what you're getting a card, but you're also getting an online account. So from the time you register for the card and you pay for the card, you have access to a back office where you can start doing transactions even before you physically get the card. And on the last call, Mr. Bartholomew brought out that let's say you were to lose the card, and you know that there's some banking institutions, you go through so many hoops to get them to stop any type of transactions on the card before you can get it rectified. With this card, you have access to move funds from your account onto the card, off of the card, back into your account. So even so, if you lose the card, they wouldn't necessarily have access to all your funds because you can move funds off of the card into your account. Okay, so the card is one thing, but you have an account in your back office that you can go back and forth. So you can keep $2 on the card, and whenever you're ready to do some transactions, you load it up, you do your transactions, and you keep the card down to a limit because you're not going to use it right away. All right, there's no cost for that. Okay, Mr. Glenn Singh, I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Yes, good night, good night. Awesome presentation. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, I am Glenn Singh. I thought I might get a discount because my initial is GS. Anyhow,
Good one.
yeah, right. So my question is that I was there Sunday night, and my question is that the monthly subscription, if when you get your card activated and whatnot, instead of paying the monthly subscription, can you pay it like yearly?
No, it's monthly.
Must pay it monthly.
Yeah, basically the monthly fee will be deducted from the US account. So once you have 20 US at least minimum in the account, that will be taken care of. Yeah.
Oh, so we don't have to automatically pay forward. It automatically comes out.
It automatically comes out. It automatically comes out. So if somebody wants to pay it yearly, I mean, you can have the same effect by simply putting 20 by 12, putting that amount in the account and making sure the balance doesn't fall below that. It will basically cover itself on a rolling basis. Yeah.
Right. I have another question. Instead of this, you get the first card, the basic card. If you don't want that card and you want the, let's say the all the way to the platinum.
Yeah.
Can you take the platinum instead of the basic?
Absolutely.
The basic?
Yeah,
okay.
You can. Any persons can start off with whatever card they wish, right? It's just the way to get there. If persons have crypto, they can just start off with whatever card they wish. If they don't have crypto, well, there's two ways. One, you have to start off with the basic account, load the funds for the card you want, and get it in crypto, and then buy the card you want. Or, as Marlon suggested, we're not in this alone. We have a great support system. You can work with somebody to get the crypto to cover the card you want. You just pay them in cash, and they'll put the crypto in your account, and then you could purchase the card that you want as well. There's different ways to make it happen.
Yeah, no problem. I have Bitcoin and organization that pay Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. What I was saying is that there's some persons who say, you know what, I want to get that card, but let me try to save up until I get the card before I get it. And while they're saving up, time is passing, and there's use that they can make out of the system that they could have used if they bought a lower card first that they could afford, and basically they just have to save up for the difference. So they could start to use the system in the meantime, you know. So you could go straight or you could go through the upgrade part. It's up to the individual. The total cost will be the same because you're just paying the difference anyway.
So with the one question again, with the upgrade, do you get a different card or you upgrade with the same card and use the same card when you upgrade?
Well, it is a different physical card. So what I ordered, for example, to start off with is the plastic. And when I am ready, notice I said when, when I am ready to upgrade to the platinum, my plastic card would be disabled and I will get a platinum card instead. When I drop that card, I will hear pling-a-ling-a-ling. It's actually solid metal. And I think it may be actually nicer to preserve for the next 5 years. Even though the plastic is very nice and once we take care of it, there should be no problem. There's something about having a metal card that speaks to the word durability.
Okay, cool. Thanks for the info. Thanks.
And by the way, a little tip on the monthly fee, just now, Marlon, on the monthly fees are for everyone. Persons are still, like I said, it is still a discount to have access to all of these services, right? If persons have to send money through Western Union, all of that, it will be a saving. But how do you cover this 20 US? If you are paying for a business service, well, it's a business expense. But if somebody says, you know, I don't really have that means, I don't do that amount of business, is there another way I can cover that 20 US? Very simple. You can actually, as I said, every time anybody pays their monthly fees, you get a percentage. So if you know business people, right? If you know business people and who willing to where that monthly cost is nothing for them, whenever they pay their cost, you get commissions on that. And the commissions that you get can help cover your monthly fees. It's very simple. Business thinking, according to Robert Kiyosaki. Look, we don't think that I can't afford it. You ask the question, how can I afford it? And then you think of the different ways you can do so, right? So just wanted to put that out there. Thank you, Marlon.
Right. And Trinidadians, we are very creative people, so that's not going to be a problem for us. And Mr. Glenn Singh, I'm disappointed that you are looking at maybe the aluminum card, because with GS as your credentials, maybe you should be going for the solid gold card at 35,000. Okay.
Gold standard.
All right. So let's see. We have Nikki Knox calling in from the United States. Unmute yourself.
Good evening. How's everyone?
Doing good.
I just wanted to say that I really appreciate this training, because at the last 2 times I've learned something new that I didn't know before because of how in depth you go with it, because several people have asked the question and I have yet to hear anybody answer it on any of the platforms that you can upgrade, that you can upgrade and pay the difference. Thank you so much. Now I have that answer. I appreciate y'all so much. Oh my gosh. No, that is so awesome. Like, you don't know how many times I've heard that question and have never been able to find out that answer from anyone.
And here's a little tip. Here's a little tip on how I got that answer to the question. I logged onto my GSLifestyle. I see concierge, and I asked them, "Can you upgrade by paying the difference?" And they answered.
And you know what? I should have thought to do that. I don't know what made me not think of that, because I believe somebody had asked me a question because they had sent in a support ticket, I believe, because they wanted to, the person, I had told them to get a starter card because they wanted to, they didn't have crypto already. So they wanted to get 1 million coins. So I told them to get a starter card, load up some money on a starter card and go through, get on the platform that way. Well, and then upgrade to the next card he wanted. He did that. But then he sent in a ticket asking a question about, because they was telling him he couldn't use his card until a physical card came. And I'm like, no, that's not true. I know that's not true. I know you can use your account. So I went on there and I asked the concierge, I'm like, can't you? And they, like you said, within seconds, they gave me that answer back. So I don't know why I didn't think to ask them about that.
Correct. Correct. The support is really refreshing. I mean, we've worked in different companies and you send in a support ticket, and they don't even have a chat option. And it can take you days, sometimes weeks before you get a response. And here, when you type in the chat and you say someone typing back, you say, what? They're answering already.
Right. When I put it in, I just knew it was going to be a minute. It was like, hello. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
But listen, guys, to top that off, next time you go into your GS Partners account and you click on information about the card, there is a toll-free number. And I used it this week, and I actually spoke to someone who accessed my account and gave me some information. So there's actually a phone number that you can call. You know, it won't be toll-free outside of the US, I guess. But you know, if you have to make a phone call, there is a number that you can call and actually speak to someone. I did that just this week.
Yeah, I've forwarded people to that email and the phone number, you know, still with the premise like, yeah, you might wind up calling and not get nobody, but I still would send them there. But man, this is a whole nother animal, man. This GSLifestyle is the lifestyle in your pocket.
True. All right, so thank you so much, Nikki. Thanks for joining us again. You know, you're an island girl by nature. You know, you can't help yourself. All right, so Blessing Wiggins, I unmuted you. You can go ahead.
Yes, good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'm Guyanese, residing in neighboring Suriname.
Awesome.
Yes, and I'm happy to have crossed paths with Miss Sharon Paris, and we are doing things together. I'm really happy about this card, but I have one question. If I have crypto in my wallet or on the card, in the back office or on the card, when there's a fluctuation in the market, will my crypto be fluctuated there as well?
Yes, the value will change accordingly.
But there's nowhere in the wallet to freeze it so that it will not be affected?
But check this out. You have some other crypto wallets, and one of them is a USDT. Right.
That's another way to preserve the value. Correct. Slip it into stable coin.
Right. So what traders do, they just, you know, if they sense the market is going to tank or whatever, they put it into a stable coin, right, into USDT, and hold it and come back in the market the next day. So you could do that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Preserve your value.
That's a very good tip. Awesome tip.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Raymond, you've been very patient. Okay, so you can, yes.
Hello, Mr. Thorne. Lovely to see you all again. Thank you so much. This is Raymond Lee. I'm actually from the North Island, the Bay of Plenty, Aotearoa, New Zealand. But I'm living over here.
Awesome.
I'm over on the other edge. I'm on the other edge here in Buenos Aires, Argentina right now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm close enough. I'm close enough for a quick holiday sometime soon, hopefully. Hey, thank you so much to you guys for this amazing session. I mean, I have my GSLifestyle account, but I don't know why. I was really upset when I couldn't get onto the call the other night. Got locked out twice. So thank you so much for that. I think there's one thing that's been left out of the conversation tonight that's worth noting is that this Swan Club that you mentioned a couple of times, this Swan Club was exclusive to people that had $15 to $20 million in their savings accounts. This was a super exclusive club for multimillionaires and billionaires. And our association with with Gold Standard Banking. Mr. Height was able to align GS partners with this club. So this is a super exclusive club. I mean, the service is amazing. The concierge service is amazing. I'm living here in South America, obviously, so the card service is very, very necessary. As Mr. Eric Ture Muhammad would say, it's necessary. So I think it's really great that, like, us in different countries, this is a way of us connecting and regaining our sovereignty.
Wow.
Our sovereignty.
Wow. Amazing information.
So thank you so much. I look forward to plugging in again to you guys real soon. Enjoy your cards, guys. When you get them, you're gonna love them. There's no going back. There's no going back from this.
We're gonna flood the Caribbean with this card. Believe me. Just Miss Sharon Paris alone with her connections. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Raymond.
You're very welcome. Good evening.
Good evening. Mr. Curtis Perry, you had a question. You could unmute yourself.
Yes, good night. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. Very good presentation, Michael. And
thank you.
Marlon, for hosting this. Hope we do it. I know we're going to do it every week. And of course, I'm looking forward for tomorrow. What I want to find out is if a person don't have a passport, can they still register with GSLifestyle with an ID card or driving permit?
Unfortunately, part of the regulations that I got approved, this has nothing to do with GS partners. This has to do with the regulations. Yeah. With GS partners, you can register with ID, passport, driver's permit. But with GSLifestyle, the only form of ID accessible at this time is passport. But from what was shared this last week, I think the passport, the immigration department in Trinidad is actually processing passport applications much faster than before. But yes, at this time, the only thing allowed is the passport at this time.
Okay. Great.
Okay. And if that is an issue for you as an individual personally, if you have someone trusted, a trusted person, a wife or a son or somebody who actually has a passport, and you need to do what you need to do to be able to do your business, you can let them have the card, right? And you can use it where needed for your online stuff and stuff like that. So they can apply for the card. So I'm just thinking out of the box.
Yeah.
But Mr. Bartholomew shared that the digital processing of the cards right now and the delivery of it with TT Post is very quick these days. So, all right, Marlon. Yeah, Marlon, you can unmute yourself. Marlon M.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I have mine. I have mine.
Let's see it, man. Let's see
I love the song.
Oh, you're showing off, right?
I love the song. Hey, pleasant night, everyone. It's been all I've been working from my daytime job to my my music school. But what's the beauty of this business? You spend whatever time you can, it can transform your life. And I was just thinking about all those persons who will be watching a soap opera now or watching something on television, and the time will come when all that is going to be in a different zone. You see this card? It's transforming lives every single day. You need to get it. Don't say, as Michael said earlier, and as of course everybody else said, don't say, I can't. Just say, show me a way how I can get it. And there are many different ways in GS Partners and GSLifestyle that you can earn this card. So thanks again, my sponsor, Michael Aman, for bringing me in this business. I was not reluctant. I started running from December the 2nd, fast and furious every single day. And I encourage everybody who's on the line, you could start today. I have persons who are below me earning more money. People who come and tell me it's a pyramid, and it could never be a pyramid. when I have leaders below me who are earning more money than me. And I'm happy for them to earn more money. So it proves the point of whatever you do, you shall receive. So thanks again.
Thank you, Marlon.
I love the song.
I want to ask Don in South Carolina to unmute. He was sharing something in the chat. The South Carolina Don. I'm going to ask you to unmute. You were sharing something about Target with us.
Well, how you doing, folks? Thank you for all the information you're giving me. I was on another webinar just about a week ago, and Nisa Tanakos mentioned that if you shop at certain stores like Target or other outlet stores, they give you a 15%, 10% discount on items that you buy. Now, I'm not sure if you have any in the area, but here in the United States, we have many of those locations, and there are going to be more that join, where you can just go to buy food and earn 20% goes directly on the card.
Wow,
Okay?
so that's like a cashback then.
That's right, immediate cash back.
Okay. This is without a coupon or anything. That's
right, no coupon, yeah.
Wow.
Instantaneously. That's what Nita mentioned on her call last week. So I just wanted to let you know. I didn't hear anyone say anything about that.
Wow, that's great. And you know, I mean,
and I don't even have here in South Carolina. I'm waiting, but I'm getting
right,
ready.
But I know you telling everybody in every state or country that
that's right.
You know, I mean, there are some, you know, a lot of people on this call are networkers, right? Or you know, into some type of home-based business or affiliate marketing, right? We have seen companies. There's one company I remember called Black Card. I don't know how successful, but they established an entire business model based on a debit card with not even a third of the features that we have.
That's correct.
And this is just one product inside of our ecosystem, but it could stand alone all by itself. So with this alone, you have an entire industry that you're tapping into and a need. And you know, we're talking about Trinidad and Tobago. It's the same problem in most countries in Africa.
Oh yeah.
You know, most people around the world, the majority of people around the world, the masses can't, they're unbanked, as they say. They don't have a bank account, right? So this is a way that we can share with these people, with all the unbanked millions of people around the world, a way to get into the system where they can have access to online purchases and a global debit card. And let me share something about a global debit card, and I said it the last time. Many of us have experienced when we travel that our cards get shut down because it's flagged as an unusual transaction or stuff like that. And you're in a store, you're in a restaurant, and you're embarrassed, and you have to try and call the bank, an 800 number, and see if you can get them to unfreeze your card. When you have a global MasterCard, the last global MasterCard that I had, and I'll just give you, you know, one experience that I had. I left Atlanta and I went to London. I used the card. I left London, and this is on one trip, and I went to Istanbul, Turkey. I used the card. I left Istanbul, Turkey. I went to Cape Town, South Africa. I used the card. I left Cape Town. I went through Kenya. I used the card. Back to England, back to the United States, and the card wasn't blocked once. Not once did I have to make a phone call and say, well, I'm out of the country. This is where I am. So you're talking about freedom? This is what we have, folks. This is what we have. All right, so let me see. Nikki, you wanted to say something again? I'll just unmute you again.
Yes, I wanted to speak on what South Carolina, what Don was talking about. You know, what he's talking about is in that the discount tab in the GSLifestyle back office. If you go to that discount tab, it has a list of thousands of places to get discounts and stuff on, and some of those discounts is cash back.
Okay, wow. So this is separate from the coupon thing, right? This is a separate.
It's the same thing. There's
same
there's 121 pages filled
Yes.
with different businesses and providers
Yes.
of
And
coupons.
some of them are cash back.
And every one of them, you see a percentage cashback that you can get.
Wow.
So this is so of which Amazon was one reference I gave, but it can be any one of them. I mentioned Amazon because that is one service that a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago use. Some of the other businesses there are not really things that are available locally. But there's Amazon, there's Barnes and Noble, and there's a couple others. Someone can do a search and see which ones are relevant.
All right, great, great, great. All right, folks. So let me see. There's still two hands up. You know, we want to use this session to okay. So Rianne, is it Rianne? I don't want to butcher your last name, but I'll let you say it, Rianne. So unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead. You're unmuted.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm not sure if this question was asked, but I want to find out if, like, for instance, I did the free registration and I did my KYC and haven't ordered my card as yet, but there's someone who come after me and did the KYC, order the card. Would you be able to, you still will be getting the commission? So
Absolutely correct. Commissions are not based on any personal purchases you make. You get commissions just like any regular business. You get commissions on people who make purchases from your business. That's it. It's not based on any package or anything you have. You get package or product based on what you want, but that is not related to commissions. You get commissions when people make purchases, whether you have your card or not. That's why one of the ways, that's one of the ways, that's why I said one of the ways persons can actually earn their card. Somebody who may not have, I'm talking to somebody right now who is a single mother of 4, right? She had been a victim of abuse. And of course, there's a domestic situation that has been working out from, and she does not have enough funds to cover her rent for the month, right? But she has a strong desire. She has a strong want. She has a strong need. So she registered without paying anything because she doesn't have enough to buy anything. And she started to send out invitations like mad. Everybody who registers or purchases a card, she will get commissions. And from that commission, she can use to purchase her own card. And then she can, and with the people who pay their monthly commissions, she'll be able to cover her monthly fees as well with nothing out of pocket. That is how powerful what we have is. All right. Hope that answers that question.
very good. That's very good. And for persons, like if you need help to talk to like a community, business persons, to reach back out to any one of the leaders to get assistance with that?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Thanks much.
And you know, if you wanna talk to the Prime Minister, just take Sharon Paris with you, and it's a done deal.
Okay then. Thanks much.
Oh yes.
Well, Sharon, we getting ready. We getting ready to close up, so you could give us our closing remarks.
Yes, folks. This Mike, this was a fabulous. I mean to say you guys did an awesome job. Mike, excellent work, excellent. I really want to thank you all for coming out here. I mean, if you could hear it in my voice. I have been working whole day for the whole week. In fact, since Friday, last week Saturday, on the St. Vincent disaster that took place on the volcano. And we sent out our second shipment today. So it's in between that and operating 5 multi-level network marketing. And now we have this fabulous opportunity. So I really want to thank each and every one of you who came out. I want to remind you to go back to the person, return to the individual who invited you. If you were invited by one of the links placed in my 5 flat rooms, you can contact myself or one of my leaders who are already in GSLifestyle. Some of us have already signed on, and we are going to do this again. on Thursday. But hear what, people, instead of you coming back to the meeting, what I want to invite you to do this, we can only hold 100. Invite someone. You just have to call to ensure that they are on. You don't need to come on. So we can fill the spots with 100 new persons who will get the opportunity to hear and to sign up under you. If you fill the spot, then the new individuals would not be able to come on. And we are here to answer questions. Our chat room in Telegram is the GSLifestyle card, or the GSLifestyle card with the Team Eagle. And once you have the link, we answer questions in there as well. We also have both Mike Alaman and Malantor in that chat room, right? So depending on how busy they are or how available they are, they might also answer a question or two. So thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I want to wish you all the best for the rest of the week. I want to encourage you to please stay safe. We're still in a COVID season, right? And we see you on Thursday.
So, so thanks so much, Sharon. And so we're back on Thursday at 8 p.m.
Yes.
All right. I'm leaving this up for my GS partners, people, those who are actually involved in building this business. We've added a special call for you. Mr. Eric Toure has committed to do a presentation every week at 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's open to all GS partners, affiliates, and customers. So you can come, and he's doing a full presentation every Wednesday. And we've committed to the next 90 days. If for some reason Mr. Toure can't make it, somebody's gonna step up. All right.
Please share it in the chat room, the link.
Okay. Yeah, I will.
And then I will share it also in all the other 4 chat rooms.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, folks. So Michael, give us some music to take us home.